Hi everyone, welcome back to Crafting at Whimsy Wonderland. My name is Stacy. You are here for day number 20 of my Christmas in July series, and today we're going to be using this triangular shaped pennant style banner that's made of burlap that I told you to go get before it was gone at the Dollar Tree. So we're going to be making something cute out of it. The first thing you need to do is prepare your Mod Podge, and what I've decided to do is water it down. So I've poured in one bottle of the matte finish Mod Podge. It's the one with the yellow label. You need to pour in a whole bottle of water and mix it in with the Mod Podge. Okay, and then I've taken my silicone covered whisk and I'm just blending it together. Okay, tap off the extra. I'm just going to leave it up there. And then you don't need to prep the string. Okay, just put the string to the side and you'll use that later. But what we're going to do is dip the burlap into the mixture and just kind of squeeze it out with your hands. You don't need a whole lot on here. I've come up with an easier way to do this. So what you're going to do is take one and lay it down in the mixture. And I did put a tiny bit more water in there. Pull up one that's dry. Put the wet side of the dipped one next to the dry one and squeeze them together. You're going to use a lot less glue this way. It is a little messy, but you know, crafting is messy sometimes. Okay, so you just kind of blot them together and then very carefully peel them apart. And if there's a spot that's dry, tap it back in and get it. And then you've got two pieces done. All right, all of the pennant pieces that have been dipped have dried, and the next thing I need to do is go through and punch the holes in them again. Some of them didn't punch or kind of closed up when they were being dipped. Now, this isn't the easiest punch in the world, but you need to do that so that you have space and so that you can easily run your jute twine through. Now, you're going to also be needing something cut to be your antlers. For these are going to be turned into reindeer, so you're going to need something, so you can be thinking about what you want to use. What I did is I cut some pieces off on my cricket, the branches, and I'm going to cut these leaves off, and I'll show you that in a minute. Or you can use brown pipe cleaners, whatever you can think of. A little branch or stick would do, but you're going to need a lot of them because there's 9. We're going to make reindeer out of these. We're going to do Rudolph and his 8 friends. So there'll be 9 pennants on this banner. Hopefully you got more than just one of these banners when you went to the Dollar Tree. If you didn't get one, if you weren't able to get this pennant banner at the Dollar Tree, they have these garlands and these banners at the Dollar Tree right now in their summer stuff. It only comes with 4 and you'd have to trim and turn this into a pennant to make this work. Okay, but these are available. They do have the letters that spell out luau, but they're just cardboard that have been glued on and they peel off pretty easily. So, and these wouldn't need to be dipped. These are more these are already pretty stable, so you don't need to worry about doing the Mod Podge dipping procedure on these. So if you weren't able to get these burlap banners, go check for these. Also, they had some felt banners that were rainbow color. The rainbow color wouldn't really work, but you could use it as a pattern and buy some brown felt and cut this out of felt. Would be absolutely adorable as well. Okay, I just used this burlap because it was there and I bought it and I wanted to figure out something to do with it. Okay, so they also had some canvas ones that were white. If you happened to pick up some of those, you could paint them brown or dye them brown and do the same thing with them. Or you can make white reindeer, I suppose. Be a little different. All right, this one was really raveled out, so I just poked my hole in a little lower than I would normally. So I'm going to do the same on the other side, just a little lower. Now, here's what I cut off of my cricket. This I use the Create a Critter 2 cartridge, and it's the one where the animals are all dressed up for like Halloween and all the different seasons. And this was the accessory to the owl. The owl's supposed to sit on this branch, but I needed something for antlers. So what I'm doing is I'm going to cut off this leaf right here and just kind of bring it up into this other leaf. And I'm going to flip it over, and the upper leaf, see where the point is? I'm going to cut from that point down to where the leaf starts branching off of the tree. And that's what I'm doing and using for my antlers in this project. Now, this isn't going to be your most elegant project. It's going to be more of a kid-friendly project, something that you might hang in their room or in a classroom at school. It's very rustic and very unrefined. So you need your banners, you need your antlers. I'm choosing to use googly eyes. I hardly ever use googly eyes. I got this bag, 125 eyes for 97 cents at Walmart. They had 2 different brands, so make sure you look around. This kind of generic Horizon Group pack was 97 cents. The exact same thing in another brand was $2.97. So look around. And I also got these pom-poms, like sure also I believe 97 cents. And they are a 24 pack. So I'm going to use the black ones for the 8 reindeer noses and 1 red one for Rudolph. And I'm going to go ahead and make up all of my little reindeer before I string them together, except for the antlers. I think I'm going to put the antlers on after I string it, just so they don't get bent up. 13, 14, 15. Really? There's an odd number of eyes. Okay, well, I needed 18 eyes. Well, I don't seem to have any more eyes handy, so I'm just going to go ahead with these, and you'll get the gist. Whenever I'm doing gluing, I like to put down a piece of wax paper just to protect my surface. And I need to open my pom-poms. I need 1 red one. Alright, my glue gun is warm. I'm going to put a glop of glue down here on the end, on the point. And on goes my first pom-pom. Okay, that's his nose. Then I need to figure out about where I want his eyes to be, and I kind of want them to be close together, so I'm going to scoot him down a little bit. And then I think his antlers are actually going to go like this. That's why I want to add the antlers after I string it, because I'll string through and I don't want to have to feed them behind the antlers. Okay, so that's what each pennant is going to end up looking like. Okay, they're all glued together. I need to get a couple more eyes so that I can finish up these other guys. But I'm going to go ahead and string these on and show you exactly how I'm going to handle the antlers. And I'll just glue these eyes on once I get to the store later. It came with a string in the banner, but that banner pack only had 7 triangles, and I'm using 9 because I used 2 packs. So I am going to go ahead and use my jute twine to do that. I'm going to start with my eyeless guy because he'll be the back piece. Okay, and then I'm going to just kind of feed it through quite a lot because I don't want to have to feed it through again. So jute is pretty inexpensive, so if I overdo the jute, I'm okay with that. I can reuse the bits and pieces on other things. Okay, so I'm going to run this through till I get to the end. And then I'm going to take my other end and I'm going to run it through the other hole. These holes are kind of jagged. That's why I suggest that you punch them with a hole puncher. And another thing I'm going to do is string on a jingle bell. I buy boxes of jingle bells that I find that are cute after Christmas every year, and these just happen to be red with little white polka dots, and I think they're adorable. I'm not sure if these came from Hobby Lobby or where. I guess is Hobby Lobby. That's usually where you find the decorative jingle bells. And so I'm going to thread that on there. I think I will go ahead and tie this. I'm just going to go through once. I'm not going to like double knot it or anything. I'm just going to tie it and let it be. All right, now I'm going to thread on my next guy. Okay, I've got all my reindeer guys strung together, and the next thing I need to do is make a loop to hang him with, to hang it up with. Now I have a jingle bell in between each pennant, and then I'm going to do about a hand's length, so maybe about 6 inches doubled over, and then I'm going to come down just a little bit above the pennant and just tie a knot so that that makes a loop. I like to have big loops on the ends of garlands so that you can hang it over a bedpost or the corner of a door or whatever happens to be available to hang it on. So that's why I always do big loops. There's a big loop on that end. Clip off the extra. And now we have to glue on the antlers. So I have this silicone baking sheet. I usually keep it under my glue gun for catching drips and whatnot because the glue peels right off. But since I only have one, because it's a great protection for the heat of a glue gun, I would go to like your outlet malls, to the kitchen stores there, and see what they have and see if you can get one that's cheap. I think this one was $4 or $5, and it's been great for my glue gun. All right, now I need to put on his antlers. So do I want the... Yeah, I think I'll go with the prongs going to the outside. So I'm going to put just a little bit of glue on the back of my antler piece. And I'm going to glue them down. And you could glue clear up to the top over the string if you wanted. That would help keep the banner pieces in place. Just remember a little bit because you're going to go through that burlap. I get a lot of questions about what glue gun I use. I have a Ryobi. They do not sponsor me in any way, shape, or form, but this is the best glue gun I have ever had. It has the rechargeable battery in it like you would use out in the garage for your drill or your skill saw. And I have it over in the corner of the craft room charging up, so whenever the one dies, I just pop this one out, put in the other one, put it on the charger, and I'm still good to go. I can take this with me to craft sales, so when something breaks or comes apart on the way, I've got it there to fix it. Best investment ever. It's a little bit pricey as far as glue guns go, but it has been worth every penny. And I don't burn myself as much because I don't have as many cords and things across my desk. I just absolutely love it. It is the best, one of the best tools in my craft room, and I have a lot of tools in my craft room. But okay, so I'm going to just kind of accordion fold these once I get their antlers on, because I think that's the easiest way to store a garland, is to just accordion fold it. All right, there's my reindeer garland, very kid friendly. I hope that you've enjoyed this project. If you have, give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you think about it in the comments. Make sure that you remember to share this video with a friend and come back and see me tomorrow. This has been Crafting at Whimsy Wonderland. Thanks for stopping by. See you next time.